What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Jack-O-Lantern. So I was randomly at this little shop by my house the other day. They sell records as well as movies, and they get all kinds of kind of rare movies. Um, you know, I for the most part, when I'm picking up movies, I don't like to like spend that much. I go to thrift stores a lot. You can get DVDs for 50 cents. I go to Disc Replay. You can get 10 DVDs for like I don't know, like $5 or something like that. But anyways, I was at this, little specialty DVD shop trying to pick up some stuff for October, and I came across this, and the cover really intrigued me. The cover and the title. You got some glare going on, but yeah, I was like, okay, Jack-O-Lantern. You got this pumpkin guy. I mean, this depiction of the monster. This looks absolutely nothing like what the monster looks like in the movie, and these kind of razor knife Freddy Krueger type fingers. The monster does not have those, so false advertising much? I don't know. But anyways, um, you know, this was pretty much a blind buy. I kind of went into this blind. There's not even a trailer for this movie on YouTube. I could not find one, so I went into this movie blind. Thought it was a cool title. Thought it was a cool cover, and boy, did I pay dearly, because sometimes when you just pick up some random stuff, it's a gamble. It's like back in the video store days, it's a gamble. It's like you go in, you see the cover, you see the title, you read the synopsis on the back. It could be the best thing since sliced bread, or it could be just an utter disaster. And let me tell you what, this this was a disaster. I'm not hating, this is kind of an independent film, you know. I was looking at the Wikipedia, and it seems like the director, he was wearing a lot of hats, you know, really, really doing a lot of different things for this movie. So, I'm not trying to hate on the people who made this. I mean, realistically, could I make anything, at this level? No. They definitely put in effort, but just me reviewing this with other, next to other movies, even in terms of other direct-to-DVD movies, this is not good. And I've said this a lot before. I like direct-to-DVD movies. You're talking to a guy here who I was just talking to someone the other day. I was praising how much I like Wrong Turn Forward. So I love, big fan of a lot of direct-to-DVD movies. I'm not a hater, of low-budget movies. I love a lot of low-budget movies, but this was just not good at all. Yeah, the acting was absolutely terrible. Not really in a funny way. It was just this was almost like a student film. It was almost like a school play. It was that bad. The acting was absolutely atrocious. What else? There was no Halloween atmosphere, really, like a little bit, but I mean, for this type of movie, your movie's called Jack-O-Lantern, and the main antagonist is some, like pumpkin-headed guy. Not Pumpkinhead, but you know what I mean. And there was like, you could most of the time you could barely even tell this was set during October, set on Halloween. Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, I mean, in addition to just the acting being bad, the characters they're all boring. They're forgettable. None of these characters or the actors had any charisma. Like, they were just so flat. The main protagonist was a gosh darn mute. I mean, I'm a big fan of Halloween 5. I actually love Halloween 5. I know everyone that's like their one of their least favorite Halloweens. That and Resurrection. I don't like Resurrection, but Halloween 5 I really like Halloween 5. Like this is gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna lose subscribers here, but Halloween 5 is like one of my favorites in the franchise. I like the Thorn trilogy. I like 4, 5, and 6 a lot. There's just something about them that I like. But did we not learn from Halloween 5? You can't you can't have your main character be mute. Like this dude, he's like a mime. He's doing hand gestures. Like what am I? I'm supposed to care about this guy? I don't know anything about him. He's like this main character. He's like waving a stick in the woods. It's so funny in the plot summary on Wikipedia. They're like, the main character, he has PTSD from an accident, and now he's a mute simpleton. They call him a simpleton. And I was like, that's awesome. So yeah, after witnessing, after being a part of this accident, not only is he mute from the shock and from the PTSD, he's also a simpleton now. He's also stupid and dumb now because PTSD will do that to you. It'll rot your brain. It'll turn you into a stupid idiot. Watch out. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, I've been rambling enough. Yeah, but I mean, can you understand that I don't like this movie? Is it, apparent? But anyways, I'm gonna get into a little plot summary here. So you got our favorite mute simpleton. His name is Jack. So he is mute because he was involved in this car accident. He was in the vehicle, and his dad was also in the vehicle. His dad died, so he's mute, and he has flashbacks of the accident, but he can't really remember all the details. And it's October. He's living with this other gentleman who's close to his age, and basically some random person, we don't know who it is, they drop this just enormous pumpkin at Jack's door. He starts carving it, and just blood randomly comes out. And whenever Jack goes to sleep, he has these visions where he's killing people, and it's not the type of thing where he wants to kill these people, and he doesn't necessarily know that they're being killed in real life, but they are being killed in real life. And then once he starts finding out, he's like, I just had a dream about that. This is weird. So basically, the main monster in this is, this guy with this giant monster with a jack-o'-lantern head. And the basic premise is whenever Jack goes to sleep, this monster comes out and it kills people. And I'm getting into spoiler territory here, so if you don't want this movie to be spoiled, turn the video off and come back. But I mean, you can't even get this movie anywhere. It's like if you find it randomly on DVD, that's about it. Like, nobody knows about this movie. Nobody's probably even gonna watch this. I don't know. But anyways, when Jack goes to sleep, the jack-o'-lantern monster is killing people, and we find out later on that the monster is killing people who were responsible for the accident because one of Jack's friends, it's like a group of Jack's friends, they're all drinking and driving after a party, and they're playing chicken, and they're like, let's get this car to swerve off the road. And they didn't know, but it was Jack and his father in the car, you know, and then they don't want to go to jail for accidentally killing someone, so they're like, you know, let's just pretend, like, let's just not get the police involved, blah blah blah. So this monster is taking out all these people who were involved in the killing of Jack's father, and Jack didn't even know that they were responsible the entire time, and he wasn't trying to get revenge. So that was kind of weird. Like the monster was just had a mind of its own, but it would just somehow come out when Jack was sleeping. But anyways, that's the basic plot, and I kind of already went into a lot of stuff that I wanted to say about, you know, just the acting being bad, like even the look of this film, like it just everything about this was so cheap. And like I said, I watch, I mean, if you watch the channel, you know I watch low budget stuff. This was another level of low budget. This was another level of bad acting. This was just there was like very few like redeeming qualities. There was like very few things that I actually liked about this movie. One thing that I did like is I thought the monster actually looked okay, and for the majority of like the first two acts, the monster is hidden in the shadows. But you know, like I said, this movie's low budget. They didn't have a huge special effects budget, so the monster doesn't look great. I think it looks okay when it's like lit well and stuff. And you know, I'm just a sucker for any jack-o'-lantern headed monster. I'm big fan, big fan. But anyways, at one point they just have the monster just walking around in broad daylight, and he'll be on screen for like quite some time. It's not like just a quick cut, and I don't know what they were thinking with that. The when your effects aren't, you know, aren't the highest budget, maybe don't have the monster come out in broad day and just walk around for like 30 seconds at a time. So yeah, that was a little questionable. And then some of the kills were okay. There was this instance where this girl just runs into the street and gets hit by a car, and then the car like smashes her head against this tree. Like after she's hit by the car, the guy gets out, and then the car backs into her head and smashes her head against the tree. That was awesome. I actually laughed at that. That was like one of the only times that was like one of the few things in this movie that I enjoyed. A nice head smash there. So shouts out to that. Gotta give some props. I kind of already touched on this. There's barely any Halloween atmosphere, which is a missed opportunity in my opinion. You know, with the title and the premise. Getting into more spoiler territory here, just a heads up. During the third act, they defeat the monster so easily, extremely easily. You know, the monster's pursuing them. They're in this barn, and Jack's friend, I don't remember what his name was, but he just opens the door, and there's like a light, there's like a small light bulb, and he just for some reason knows that the light will kill the monster, and the monster sees this little light bulb and just instantly dies. So that was pretty dumb in my opinion. I don't know what was up with that. How did he know that? Maybe he's a psychic. Maybe, you know, maybe he's secret. I mean, he was a bald-headed dude, even though he was like 20-something years old. Like that was just his haircut, but he's a bald-headed guy. Maybe he's Professor Xavier in disguise. You know, I don't know. I can't call it. He has to be Professor Xavier, but like a Professor Xavier who is not wheelchair bound, because how you just gonna randomly just, like, he knew he was hitting the monster with one-liners. I forgot what he said, but he said something like, "Let there be light." It's like, you must know something if you're hitting the monster with one-liners, and you're just like, this light bulb's gonna kill him. So yeah, I don't know what was up with that. Like maybe he maybe they could have done it in a way where he found out, but then I guess if he found out accidentally, like it would. I don't know. I'm thinking too much about this movie. That the creators didn't even think that much about it. You know, they're just like, okay, how does he get killed? Like, how does he? They're like, they're in this like, room brainstorming. How does he get killed? You know, it's the same type of deal of like in Nightmare on Elm Street 4. Like I just think like sometimes I'm like, what was like the thought process? Like, how Freddy Krueger was resurrected by dog piss. It's just, yeah, stuff like that. I like Nightmare on Elm Street 4 though. I'm not hating, but I'm just, I don't know, trying to make a connection. Like, what were they thinking with he gets defeated by a light bulb, and the character just randomly knows that will work for some reason out of the blue, and there's nothing foreshadowing it. There's no build up. He doesn't realize it in any way. He's just instantly knows that the light bulb will kill him. I'm going on about this. It doesn't even matter. I don't know. There's so much stuff in this movie makes zero sense. I don't know. But anyways, okay. So this movie was distributed by Lionsgate. I don't know if you all can see here, because my camera doesn't want to focus. Now I can't even see my camera. I don't know if you all can see that in the corner. Super small. But yeah, this movie was distributed by Lionsgate, and I have no idea why it was, because like I said, this movie was trash. It was just so low budget, it had such just a cheap feel. Everything was just so cheap about it. Like, I don't know why a big distributor, big studio would distribute this, but I don't know. But then I was thinking, with the title and the premise, it is kind of even though it's not a good movie, it is kind of a sellable movie. And then I was thinking, like especially, at the time that it was released, 2004, video stores were still huge. Streaming wasn't a thing, so I mean, was YouTube even? When was YouTube? When did YouTube came out in like 2005, I think. So yeah, it's like in 2004 you would go to the video store, you would see the cover, you would buy it. So like that, like, I mean, it's 2023 now, but I bought this because I thought it was a cool cover, cool title, and it's October. I was looking for something Halloween oriented. So, I mean, I wonder if this movie made money. I wonder if people rented this DVD, because you could kind of trick people more. You could kind of, distribute a piece of shit movie like this and sell it, because, you got this pumpkin monster on the cover. You got this jack-o'-lantern title. People are gonna rent it during the fall. People are gonna rent it near Halloween, because everyone's got scary movie fever going on. So that's the only thing that I could think. Like they were just they're just like, yeah, let's buy this. They probably acquired this movie for like nothing. They probably spent, I'm thinking like 10,000 tops to acquire this, and then they're like, let's just slap this cover on here that has nothing to do with the movie, but it looks cool. We're gonna have this great title, Jack-o'-lantern. Everyone's gonna rent this during October, and it's like, even though we only spent, it's like, even though it's not gonna make that much money because people aren't gonna rent it again and again. It's like, we only acquired it for 10,000, so even if we make 30,000, we're in the green. It's all good. So that's all I can think of. Man, I wish I was making movies, like, or not making movies, but in the movie business back in the video store era. Man, you could you can make bank. Nowadays, you can't get anything past anyone. Like, people want, every movie nowadays has to be like $100 million, man. You gotta have, like, every movie's got to like a big event movie. Like, I mean, I still watch low budget stuff, and I'm like into like indie type stuff, but I don't think like general audiences are as like receptive to those type of movies anymore. Maybe they are, maybe, I don't know. What do I know? I don't go outside, I don't do anything, so who knows. But anyways, I pretty much said everything I wanted to say. I feel like this is kind of like a long video. I don't know, like I say a million times in all my videos, my camera doesn't have a timer, so I feel like I talked about this movie for, longer than I planned, but what are you going to do? Sometimes when you're ripping a movie apart, that's a good video, but like I said, nobody even knows this movie. Probably no one's going to watch this video. So, what the heck, I guess. It is what it is. But anyways, general consensus, this movie's trash. Recommendation, don't watch this movie at all. Please, whatever you do not watch this. Don't be like me. Learn from my mistakes, okay? That's why I'm here, guys. I'm here to watch these shitty movies so you don't have to. I'm gonna tell you, don't be me. Don't watch this. Learn from my mistakes, alright? But anyways, yeah, don't ever watch this. Don't, like, even if you have a like morbid curiosity, like how bad is it? Like, I want to see. Like, maybe he's boosting. Maybe he's exaggerating. I'm not. I'm 100% not. I could have ripped this movie apart more. I feel like other channels, they watch this, man, they'll tear this movie apart. I was a little too nice on it, low key. But yeah, basically, don't watch this movie. And with that being said, I've said everything that I want to say about this movie, so I'm going to wrap things up here. And before I go, I just want to thank you all very much for watching this video. And with that being said, peace out.